welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now this is a sequel to the original Ant-Man, and of course you know this is based on the Marvel comic superhero of the same name. Now this particular film is directed by Peyton Reed, and again stars Paul Rudd in the role of Scott Lang, you know, Ant-Man. Now this film itself is basically about Scott Lang, you know, Ant-Man, trying to help Hank Pym find his like lost wife who went missing like in the quantum realm. Because when it actually opens, like when the film actually starts, you see like younger versions of like the Hank Pym like character, you know, played by Michael Douglas, you know, and you also see like a younger version of Janet Van Dyne. And she's actually played by Michelle Pfeiffer, like a younger version of Michelle Pfeiffer. And it actually opens with them like trying to stop like a nuclear missile. And I think it's like a Soviet nuclear missile, you know. And she has to actually shrink herself, like the Wasp, to get into like the missile or something like that. Then it actually explodes, I think. Then she gets trapped like in the quantum realm. So that gives you like the backstory of what's going on with the film, you know, and what's it about, you know. And at the same time, like there's like other plot points in the film too, or subplots dealing with the idea of like Ant-Man himself, you know, like Scott, you know, he has to like deal with the idea of him being like the perfect father for his daughter, and at the same time he is on house arrest too as well, so he can't leave home, you know. Now after this situation, Hank actually believes that his wife probably might be still alive but trapped in the quantum realm. And at the same time, his daughter, she also believes this too as well. And you also have Hope Van Dyne, the daughter of Hank Pym, you know. She actually also suspects too that her mother could possibly be alive and trapped inside the quantum realm. So they actually seek out like Scott's, you know, his help, you know, because he actually has like a vision of her being trapped in the quantum realm. And that's when they begin to suspect that she is alive, you know, and she is just trapped like in the quantum realm, you know. So they actually get together and have to do what they have to do to actually save her, you know. While all this is going on, you have like a new character being brought into like the storyline, and she's known as, I think, Ava Star. She's known as the Ghost, actually. And she's actually, you could say she's kind of like the villain of the film. But if I go into it too much, it kind of spoil it, you know. But I guess you could say she kind of is, you know. And she actually has like a grudge against like Hank Pym, like a connection, like family ties connected to him, you know. And of course they touch on that in the film, you know, doing like flashbacks and so on. And she also has like a close relationship with Bill Foster, who is played by Lawrence Fishburne, you know. And the woman that plays Ghost, Avastar, they call her really Ghost in the film. Her name is Hannah John Kaman. But the film itself really is like focused on them rescuing Janet Van Dyne from the quantum realm. That's basically what the bulk of the film itself is about. Now I really did like this film, you know. Now I thought it started off kind of slow, you know, but it did get better, you know, and it did turn out to be a very entertaining film. I actually thought this was better than the last Ant-Man, like the first Ant-Man film. I thought it was actually like better than that one, you know. I thought the performances like were very good. Like Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, you know, Scott Lang, I thought he did a very good job in the role, you know. Really as Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp, you know, I thought she was very good in her role, like very aggressive, you know. And she actually had like a grudge kind of against like Scott, you know, because like the previous events from like I think like the Captain America Civil War film, you know, what happened with that situation. She actually has like a grudge against him, you know, throughout the film, you know. Michael Pena was good as Lewis, you know, from like the first film. I thought he was pretty good. And you also have Walton Goggins as Sonny Birch. Now, at first, he seemed like he was kind of like a good character, you know, but you could tell that as the film went on, it's a spoiler territory, you know. He actually kind of, you know, like more like bad, you know, you could see that he was kind of the villain of the film, you know. That's like spoiler territory, you know, I don't want to touch on it too much, you know. You also have Randall Park as Jimmy Woo, and he's like an FBI agent and Scott's parole officer. He always is there to actually make sure that Scott never leaves home, you know, like he's on house arrest, you know, you can't leave, you know, and so on. Another thing too, you know, at times that's one of the things I thought was kind of fun and interesting about the film too as well. It's like Scott as Ant-Man, you know, he has like a secret persona, you know, that he's kind of keeping, you know, like hidden, you know. Almost kind of like, I guess you could say Clark Kent, Superman, or like Batman, Bruce Wayne, kind of on that level, which I thought, or like Spider-Man, Peter Parker, you know, kind of on that level, you know, where he was actually out there doing all this, you know, heroic deeds, you know, but at the same time, he had to make it seem like he was still at home on house arrest when he was actually out traveling, like around, you know, like committing like good deeds, you know. So I thought that was kind of an interesting like arc to like the character, you know. I thought Michelle Pfeiffer was good as Janet Van Dyne, the original Wasp. I thought she was pretty good. Now her screen time wasn't too much, you know, it was kind of like short. She didn't really have like a lot of screen time, but I thought that it was still like, you know, well played. You know, Lawrence Fishburne, I thought he was good in the role of Bill Foster. You also have Abby Ryder Forson as Cassie, like the daughter, you know, of Scott. You know, I thought she was pretty good too, as well. Like the way she portrayed the character, like the young girl. I thought she was like pretty good too. You also have Judy Greer as Maggie Paxton. T.I., you know, T.I. Harris, he returns like Dave, you know. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a pretty entertaining film, you know. It was funny, you know. The action scenes they had were awesome, like wherever like Ant-Man is using like his powers, even like the Wasp, you know, like where he's like getting giant or like very small, they were awesome. Now it really seemed like to me like the action scenes where he gets like real giant, you know, I thought were the ones that really kind of stood out, you know, and seemed very cool, you know. But overall, I thought the effects and visual style of the film was like awesome, you know. It's funny too, like I said as well. I thought the look of the ghost, like, you know, how she can phase through anything, you know, like her body is constantly like phasing, like breaking down. I thought that was cool, like the way she looked and stuff, how she can just go through anything, you know, almost like a, you know, but she's phasing basically. I thought that was just cool, you know, the way it looked, you know. You have to watch like the whole film, like the end credits, you know, because it has like the Easter eggs and so on. Stanley has like his usual cameo appearance too in the film too as well, you know. I'm not gonna really touch on all that, but overall I thought this was pretty entertaining, you know. I thought it started kind of slow, but if you keep your expectations down, I think that's kind of a better thing, you know. But then it actually got better, you know. The film actually got, you know, more entertaining, and like I said, I thought it was actually better than the first Ant-Man, you know. Now this film was directed by Peyton Reed. I thought he did a pretty good job on the direction of the film. So yeah, in the end, I'm giving Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm giving this I'm maybe giving this a B, and I would definitely recommend it for like fans of like the Marvel like cinematic universe films, you know, or I guess if you're a fan of the first Ant-Man film. And I thought this one was actually better than that, you know. I would recommend it for that crowd. So I'm giving Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm giving this a B. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.